Hello, Namaste. So now we are discussing a derivation on grinding, analysis of grinding process. In this we have to derive the maximum chip thickness and various other formulae. So let's begin. Analysis of grinding process. So we are considering surface grinding operation and consider the material removal in grinding by a single grit, assuming that the grinding wheel makes a particular revolution RPM per minute and it has a particular number of grits. So considering the machining action of one particular grit, so the cutting action for a single grit is shown in this figure, similar to that as we have discussed in the milling operation. So this represents one particular grit, and let capital D or capital R denotes the radius of the grinding wheel and small d denotes the depth of the cut, and this PQQ dash denotes one particular grit. So we have to determine the maximum thickness. So in this diagram, as stated, that we have assumed R as the radius of the grinding wheel and D as the depth of the cut. So this diagram represents the machining action for one particular grit, and in this diagram by one particular grit, PQ dash Q represents the same. So what we have done from Q dash, in order to find out the maximum chip thickness, we have drawn from Q dash a perpendicular to QP. As shown in this diagram, from Q dash we have drawn perpendicular to QP. At this point M represent the TM, and this angle represents theta C. This angle POQ dash represents angle theta C. Actually this is very small. So PQ dash, that is the arc length, can be taken same as the chord length also, and this angle POQ dash can be taken as the full angle because it is also very small. So this is a diagram. So R is the radius of the grinding wheel, capital R is the radius of the grinding wheel or D by 2, small d it is the depth of the cut, and theta C is the grit contact angle of contact of the grit, the center of the grinding wheel, you can say. So assuming these things, so we can see from the figure OL. In this figure OL, see this is R. So OL can be taken as the difference of OP minus LP, and this OP will be same as OQ dash because it will be equal to the radius of the grinding wheel, and this will also be equal to the radius of the grinding wheel. So we can say that OL equal to OP minus LP and OP equal to R. So OL comes out to be R minus D, and this comes out to be R cos theta C. Because we can apply the trigonometric ratio in this triangle, all these will be equal to R. This angle is theta C, so OL comes out to be the cos theta component. So OL equal to R cos theta C. So cos theta C comes out to be R minus D over R equal to 1 minus D by R. Similarly, again applying the trigonometric ratio in the same triangle, QL will come out to be R sin theta C, or QL square equal to R square sin square theta C. So QL square equal to R square sin square theta C, and sin square theta C equal to 1 minus cos square theta C, and cos theta C we have evaluated. So squaring this and putting in this, we can find out 1 minus cos square theta C in order to find out the value of sin square theta C, and applying A minus B whole square and solving, equating opening by the minus sign on the bracket, it comes out to be capital D small d minus d square. So now since we have evaluated QL square, the logic behind evaluating QL square is that because if we can evaluate QL, one second please, yes, because if we can evaluate QL and if we relate it with the d square, so by the Pythagoras theorem, because QL and QL dash Q dash L are equivalently same, so we can use this Q dash LD and we can find out the chord length Q dash P, and this chord length will be taken as same as the arc length Q dash P. So Q dash P so we are next evaluating the chip length. So chip length L equal to PQ and PQ arc length. To find out the arc length, we are finding the chord length PQ, and PQ equal to, as we have discussed now, under root QL square plus D square. So arc length comes out to be under root capital D small d. So the maximum chip thickness, as we have discussed before, that the maximum chip thickness, the thickness of this small elemental area can be approximated by drawing the perpendicular from Q dash to QP. So Q dash M represents the maximum chip thickness. So maximum chip thickness TM equal to Q dash M equal to Q dash Q sine theta C. Again in that same triangle, if we apply the trigonometric ratio, so Q dash Q sine theta C will be equal to Tm. That is what we have written there. So Q dash Q sine theta C equal to Tm, and sine theta C we have already evaluated under root 1 minus cos square theta C, and because we know cos square theta C as we have calculated already, so putting the value of cos theta C, squaring that, finding out the expression of sine theta C. So this comes out to be 2 under root d small d capital D minus small d capital D square, and since d is very small, so ratio d by capital D will again be very small and square will be more small, so neglecting d by d square, so this comes out to be equivalent to 2 root small d by capital D. So Tm equal to 2 Q dash Q under root small d by capital D. Now what is Q dash Q? So let's go on to the first figure. Q dash Q, it basically represents the feed or the distance moved by the table for one particular revolution of the grinding wheel, and while cutting action is of 1 grit. I repeat, the distance moved by the table or feed per revolution per grit. So considering total number of abrasive grains as K, 1 by K revolution. So Q dash Q is the distance moved by the table during the time in which the grinding wheel makes 1 by K revolution, where K is the number of abrasive grains, that is per revolution per grain. And this related on the VF table velocity, feed velocity of the table, mm per second. So this is equal to 60 VF over K into N, where N is the RPM of the wheel. This is a simple expression. So Tm comes out to be 2 times 60 VF Kn over root D into D by capital D, 120 VF by Kn under root small d by capital D. So now we have considered the number of abrasive grains. This can be related by the grain density. So if there are capital C grains per mm square and width of the cut is B, so we can have the total grains K equal to pi d BC, because the surface area equal to 2 pi r pi d, and again cutting the circle we can have a rectangle, and now one side of the rectangle equal to the curved surface area of the circle, perimeter of circle pi d multiplied by B, that is the total area multiplied by the grain density C. So K comes out to be pi capital D small b capital C. So putting the value of K in the above expression, and Tm comes out to be 2 Vf upon Vc small b multiplied by under root small d over capital D, where pi dn by 60 is the surface speed of the wheel. I repeat, here we use the speed of velocity of the table. Here we use the velocity of the table, and the velocity of the wheel is by general no pi dn by 60, as we already know. It's a generalized expression. So we can again put this somewhere in this formula and proceed further. So now material removal rate, that will be B times D into Vf mm cube per second, because this is mm per second, this is mm square area, so B D Vf mm cube per second. So now total tangential cutting force on the wheel, Fc, that will be W over pi dn, 60,000 W over pi dn, and W, that will be equal to B D Vf into U, where U is the specific cutting energy. So Fc comes out to be, putting the value of W in this expression, 1000 BD U Vf by V. Now number of grids actively engaged at a time. Number of grids actively engaged at a time, that can be the L length multiplied by B width multiplied by C. So that will be CB under root capital D by small d. And finally average force per grid. Average force per grid, that will be the ratio of this expression, total force divided by the number of cranes. So it will be 1000 BDUVF by V divided by CB root DD. It comes out to be 1000 D small d UVF table velocity by V velocity of the grinding wheel, C times under root capital D by small d. So now we have a numerical on the same, and we are given a data. Velocity of the table is given, width of cut is given, depth of cut is given, capital B small d, diameter of wheel capital D, RPM of wheel, grain density, and we have to find out the maximum chip thickness, length of the cut, work done, and force per grid if capital U is given. So we have evaluated all the expression, we have discussed all the term. Directly we can calculate the value in this, put the values in the formula and find out our solution. So first of all, finding out the L length, that will be root D into D. This we have evaluated. We know capital D, diameter of the wheel, and we know small d, that is the depth of the cut. Then Vf table velocity, we are given 0.4 multiplied by 1000 to convert it into mm per second. Now capital V equal to pi dn by 60, we are given D, we are given N, we can find out the surface speed of the grinding wheel. So V comes out to be, putting these values, comes out to be this in mm per second, if we put all the values in mm. Now Tm, we have evaluated the expression as this much, 2 Vf by VCB under root small d by capital D. We have find out everything. Vf is given, capital V we have calculated, C we are given, B we are given, small d we are given, capital D we are given. So putting all the data in the same units mm, we find out Tm in mm, then W, B, D, Vf, U, again putting all the given data, this value comes out to be W, and finally Fc dash, force per grid, the expression has been evaluated, 1000 D Vf U by V C under root capital D small d. Every data we are being given, and we have calculated. So putting all the values, we easily find out the value of the Fc dash, that is the force per grid. So this is the numerical in the analysis of the grinding, in which we have found out the length of the cut, maximum chip thickness, work done, and the force per grid. We have evaluated the expression for all these, and then we have discussed this numerical, in which we are given some data and we find out the value of surface speed, and then using the expressions evaluated, putting the given value, we can find out our solution. I hope you understood this. Thank you.